Hey everybody, it's Erin and we are back. Every year Canvas Core, which I work with them and I help run a lot of the different stuff behind the scenes with them, we do whenever we have a new crew, we always ask them to make a 4x4 canvas in kind of whatever is striking their fancy. And I didn't make one last year. I did one for the first 2 years we worked with them, and then I took a year off. But I want to go back and make a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this, and we're going to start adding some layers of texture to our canvas. So whenever I open up my canvas, I always kind of give it a little bit of a haircut. So these are all actually made in-house in Arkansas at the Canvas Core warehouse. So they take the canvas, they stretch it, and they mount it on little wood frames. And so this is what one of those stretched canvases looks like. It's a natural canvas, meaning it has not been primed, which is kind of cool because it has a very different kind of a feel to it. All right, so it's just canvas on wood. All natural. First step we're going to do is I'm going to actually take some paper towel, and I do this that way I don't have to keep cleaning up my my craft mat all the time. It will definitely repel, but I just do this to make it just a little bit simpler. Is kind of where I'm going. We're going to go with the blue. This is Sapphire. I have no really agenda beyond I want this in this corner. That's kind of the only agenda I have. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my stencil, and I'm going to off-center it kind of down here in the corner. And I'm going to come in with my shimmery goodness. I'm going to open it. It's been a little while. And I'm going to put some on here, and then we're going to heat set and dry it. When I apply it, I always do a really good job of making sure I get good quality coat going in. It's got a pretty good indentation, so it might not be super clear coming in on this one side, but that's okay. And then clear it off. So I've got a really thick coat kind of in the middle here, which is kind of fun. I mean, look at that, really super thick. Kind of clean off the edges here. Super goodness in there. I might twist that and make that the top corner. That's kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll make this the bottom corner. I don't want to, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go with my first thought. This is this bottom corner over here, because then you can really see the detail that's happening. All right. You also do not want to leave your stencils sitting out without being washed, because they will get hard, and it's hard to get all the stuff out of it. So I'm going to go pop this in my sink and rinse it real fast. You could also leave a tub of water. I'm having the hardest time trying to get this lid on here. You could also leave a tub of water by your desk, and you just pop them in the tub of water, and that way they don't get hard, and all the pieces will just kind of melt away in the water. And it's really easy if you're doing a lot of stenciling at the time, but I just have the one. So I'm going to go rinse it off, and I think I'm done at this point with stenciling. So if you notice, I really put the heat gun to it and let it snap, crackle, and pop. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my little thing, and I'm actually going to remove it because it's just this big blob at this point, and I'm not too thrilled about the big blob. And I'm just going to remove this chunk in the middle. Like I said, I have no specific plans. I'm just kind of winging it here. Get this thing off. There we go. So I'm just removing this big chunk of stuff. And then, since this is not fully set, I think I'm going to come in and like maybe add a design. So just come in and then just add some fun design in here. It's going to get partly covered up. I've got lots of layers happening on in here, so no big deal if this thing is not perfect, because it's going to get covered. All right, so now I'm going to heat set this again. I'm just going to make sure I wipe this off. I don't want this to get all gross. This is why having a bunch of paper towels is handy. Sitting right where baby wipes would work too, except I like the absorbency of the paper towels when I'm working with the mists. All right, really getting to snap, crackle, and pop on that. That one's all kind of gross. Put another layer down. This time I'm going to add just a titch of some chalkboard in black. Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually going to do this. I really don't want a ton. Come in, and then I'm actually going to make it move and groove with my heat gun here. I'm also going to add some other flicks, more with the sapphire. Really kind of get in here. Make it messy. Oh, there we go. And then heat that up. Kind of fun. I'm going to do some more over here too. See, now it's catching all those little indentations I made earlier. It's kind of cool. Plop over here. And the colors I'm working with here, this is Dragonfly. I've got Sapphire. This one is Snowy Pine. And then I have Iron. Almost just kind of liking the fact that it's just building up with colors. I may not even add my little heart. I think I'm liking just the textures that's kind of happening here. All right. Maybe we'll just go for a purely textured look. Having fun doing this. Why not? Yeah, sometimes art can just take you in a completely different direction that you weren't anticipating it to go. So I'm just going to keep kind of playing with the shimmery goodness. I think I need some more texture. I want to make sure this is not 100% dry. That's part of my problem, is that it's taking a while to dry because I'm adding layers and layers of colors. That's cool. It's starting to look kind of cool. I almost feel like it's almost done. So I'm not going to do too much more. I'm just going to add, it's getting kind of dark, so let's add some more lightness in here. I'm going to come in with my scraper tool and get some more of those dimensions. I really thought that was kind of cool. Almost like one of those pouring things that people do now. It's kind of edging towards that. That's add a lot of this here. No, I like the fact that it's kind of just not doing much. Yeah, let's move this, see what happens. Took a completely different direction than I first anticipated it, and that is kind of the fun. There was no set pattern or rhyme or reason to this at all. It's kind of looking pretty cool. And there it is. I think I'm liking it. Look at that. Isn't that neat? It's got all these pretty shimmery colors on it. It's just an abstract art piece on a little 4x4. When you work in small spaces, you can get away with the fact that it's just weird and all over the place. And there it is. Just kind of cool. All those cool metallic colors. You can really see them starting to pick up. It's got this neat texture to it. It's not dry, not anywhere close. The bottom's kind of cool too. It's got some drips on the sides. It's not clean. It's just, it's kind of wherever it is. If I can pick up some. No, those are already dry. I almost want to accentuate some of these drips that I've got going on here. I wonder if I can add to, without making it look too stupid. Just kind of, I don't know if that looks right enough. It's like I'm forcing it, so I don't want to do that. Ooh, glad that was all, okay, these are all set, because I do that. Anyway, there it is. I had all this plan of pulling out all these cool things, and it went a completely different direction, and I'm actually kind of happy with that. You know, sometimes art will just take you in a direction that you weren't really expecting, and it's kind of fun. So thanks so much for stopping by. Supplies are listed below, and don't forget just to create, have fun and create. You never know what you're going to make. And I'm liking it. I think it's pretty cool, and it's my new 4x4 for the canvas core, which is Tattered Angels, 7 Gypsies. I pretty much just use the canvas core and Tattered Angels, but we were allowed to use whatever the heck we want. So thanks for stopping by, and please subscribe. Bye-bye.